How we doing, everyone? My name is Parker Morrison alongside my co-caster Lincoln Dodds today here in Mount Pleasant inside the Student Activities Center for your matchup today of the CMU Chippewas against the Oakland Grizzlies. We're going to get underway here in just a second, so we'll head over to the game and start this up for the matchup number 3 on the season.
I think it's going to be a very even contest overall. I think we're going to see a lot of good band play. We saw a very early goal here.
I know, yeah, right as you took over for me, Lincoln. Oakland will take the first one on a misplay from CMU. Just, it looks like a little bit of a miscommunication there. Nothing they can't shake off and bounce back from 1-0, 4:52. Early goal coming from Oakland. We'll see how CMU rebounds come next.
They rebound really well. We're going to see if we see that same physical play we saw last week against Toledo and Ohio last week. We saw some very physical play. Oh, another goal here from...
Couple early ones coming from the Golden Grizzlies, and looks again like another miscommunication there. ColdNIcee and Trio on the double commit, and that's something you can't do at this level. You're gonna get beat, even if you save it once, as we saw there. They're gonna be all over it, and the Golden Grizzlies pop up 2. As Dolly's gonna take this one on the air dribble. He's got 0 boost left, drops down in net. Trio with the save off the backboard.
Seeing UncleSTN, and he misses him through. Seeing a real struggle here out of CMU, trying to get it out of the backfield.
We are UncleSTN is going to be subbing in today for Jake Harless. He is out sick today, so we wish him a speedy recovery.
Seeing here as they're turning it right around with another attack forward.
Now CMU just looking a little shaky right now. Added a new man to the roster at the beginning of this year, a couple actually, so we'll see how long it takes them throughout the season to fully adjust. I think, you know, we're seeing a shaky gameplay right now, Lincoln, but throughout the season we should see a lot better communication, a lot better teamwork as these players get adjusted to each other's play styles.
Yeah, I agree. It's already been it's been a week since the last game. I can already see the practice really starting to work together a little bit better than they did last week already. You definitely see the overall improvement coming from this squad. But missing Bwearzz. Bwearzz did play both games last week, so to see him miss this game could be a serious factor.
We're going to see a lot of just back and forth after the 2-goal lead comes from Oakland. And ColdNIcee is going to get a fast one down the length of the field, tries to pop it in, and he does. Cheeky little angle there. That'll put it 2-1 in favor of the Grizzlies still, but CMU looks for the comeback.
Yeah, I think we're really hoping to see a momentum shift here, as the 2-1 really could open it up. 2-0 is the most dangerous score as in many sports. Trio here with a demo on tag.
Almost had the pop-up aerial there. Good strategic demo from the Chippewas to make sure they weren't in any danger. ColdNIcee gonna drop that one down. Thought he had it. Miscommunication yet again, and Chris Knott for the Golden Grizzlies is gonna put that one in the back of the net. Trio looked to ColdNIcee for the pass. Didn't realize his boost was so low. Thought he had a good flip on it. Doesn't get it to go. And the Grizzlies take another 2-goal lead. Still pretty early in the game, 2:36 left to go here in Mount Pleasant.
Luckily, a lot of the goals we're seeing are communication areas. Not really Oakland doing anything terribly skilled. Luckily, we're seeing these communication areas that should iron themselves out hopefully throughout the game.
Very, very true. It's mainly communication areas, as you just said, and it's not a lack of skill for the Chippewas. They simply have to hone in their teamwork to get this one to play out in their favor.
We're seeing a good press here from CMU in the last 2 minutes of this game.
You're going to see ColdNIcee try to collect. He'll pass to midfield. Gets blocked on the dunk. Gets the dunk right back. Dolly will control in the corner. And it's a back and forth play style for the Chippewas. A shot on net doesn't go, and Trio misses that one. This should be recollected by the Grizzlies, and it is.
Brilliant save there by UncleSTN, knocking it off the crossbar for a save.
And he just kept them from being in a much more difficult spot than they already were. Another save, this time coming off the wheels of Trio. And they just need a clear here, but the Golden Grizzlies are not going to let him have it that easy. ColdNIcee with the pre-flip. Dolly playing midfield, looking for the recollection. Trio with the pre-jump. Dolly is there to take the save.
The top, well, we saw that last week where we may have a goal here.
Trio had a 0 boost, nothing you can do in that scenario. 2 up, 1 back. Trio gets beat. A minute left to go here, and the Golden Grizzlies just need to hold out to take game 1 of this 3-game series.
We're seeing here, hopefully these errors can be ironed out. Obviously the boost, not much you can do there, but I think we're seeing some adjustment. They're being able to hold them much better. They're holding them a little bit. I think they're still trying to get the offense figured out against this very strong Oakland team.
Now, it's not just trying to, figure out your own teamwork. It's also trying to figure out the Golden Grizzlies teamwork, feeling them out. The first game doesn't really mean a whole lot in terms of skill. I mean, we saw last year, we beat Toledo 7-1 the first game, and they came right back, and within 2 more games had it down to 2-1. Barely pulled out against them, yet they got the job finished. So it just goes to show that the first game doesn't mean a whole lot as long as you're able to hone down the skills, as UncleSTN will put that one in the back. 2-4. CMU might have an opportunity to get a clutch play going.
Looked like a little bit of an overcommitment there from Oakland. Looked like they were going for that corner boost. Realized a little bit too late where Stin was, and it's a little bit late on the comeback for the collect.
Seeing a lot of miscommunications from both teams here. More so off CMU, so they'll get that.
Another brilliant save by UncleSTN as he's able to knock it off the top of the goal. See in here for possible.
And game 1 is gonna go to the Golden Grizzlies. Just gotta wait for this one to hit the floor. Not gonna let it happen that easily though, as Trio pops that one down, finishes game 1. CMU 2 and Oakland 4. A little rough start for the Chippewas, Lincoln, is 2 goals within almost 30 seconds of each other in the very, very beginning of that match. That one definitely hurt the Chippewas' confidence a little bit.
I would agree, but I think luckily we saw the momentum really shift, and I think if we see momentum shift again, there's a good chance we could really claw this back and get an advantage going into another game.
Exactly how we expected the leaderboard to go. Trio sitting at the top, ColdNIcee right in the middle, and the newcomer bringing up the back.
We're going to see going into this game 2, it's going to be crucial for the Chippewas to shift this momentum early and really try to take control of this game.
Almost a kickoff goal, but the CMU Chippewas will recollect themselves just enough to keep that one out. ColdNIcee with the strategic bump on tag. He recovers. UncleSTN almost had himself one there. That'll go off the backboard. And it is going to... Oh, no, it is not. Tag was out of boost there. That could have been very dangerous for the Chippewas. You can already see, Lincoln, much better gameplay from the Chippewas as that one's a quick dart. Trio tries to finish, misses his redirect. That one stays out.
We're seeing, I think Oakland's trying to focus more on counterattacks this run instead of focusing on sustained possession like we saw last game more.
UncleSTN comes flying in from the right side to clear that out of the zone. Trio tries to flick, doesn't get it to go. ColdNIcee faked out completely, and the pinch will go in the net for the Oakland Grizzlies. Chris Knott gets the last touch on that one. A very, honestly, smart play from Oakland there to fake the aerial, bring it back down, and go for the pinch, get a little bit more power on that one, just out of ColdNIcee's reach. So we'll see the Grizzlies, yet again, strike first.
Yes, the counterattacking really did.
Oh, but ColdNIcee, a little techie on the play.
Very quick goal to run this
And
back to level.
of course, life is a highway, as the goal song. You're just gonna have to, and the boys bring it back within its reach, and it is tied 1-1. 3:45 here to go.
Seeing here, maybe appears that Oakland might be getting a little bit careless on the defense there.
You can definitely tell the Chippewas have realized the play style of the Grizzlies a little bit more now. They love to go for the fake aerial, bring it back down, as they got that goal earlier, but we can see Trio and UncleSTN are not going to let that happen after a couple blocks just moments ago.
Here we go across with another attempted. We might have won. They brought all 3 men. They brought all 3 cars forward.
Chris Knott on a very clutch defensive play. UncleSTN plays midfield. Trio might be able to collect himself here.
He in the corner.
He does, puts it in. Stin not able to get it down. ColdNIcee makes a rough play, but Trio is back to keep that one out. Is not for the Grizzlies. He's going to try to put that one mid, collected by the Chippewas.
You see the chemistry starting to form. Even before that one was played back, Trio was already on his way back to recover that. Oh, we might have here. Never mind. It's played back.
ColdNIcee takes the flick away from him as Trio almost has himself another one of the series. Stin a little too far on the mid drop.
Both of them missed the boost. You see the boost control isn't really going to either team in this one. Last week we saw more. There was a lot of like major instances where one team had 0 boost and the other team had all the boosts, especially in CMU's favor. But it doesn't seem they can wrestle that control away from them in this competitive matchup.
Well, you can see the human nature of Rocket League players there, Trio and not of the Chippewas and Grizzlies respectively, both trying to go up for the fast aerial there and just miss, whiff, and backflip.
Here we go with another attempted attack. Trio is able to cover up for a boost. He does get the boost in the corner. ColdNIcee with a attempted aerial into the bottom. A shot.
Trio just trying to play dunks, a little bit more of an offensive, defensive play style. And I know it sounds weird, but he's playing more mid than anything. He'll go up for one, kind of stay back as we get a power shot from Stin. That'll be blocked.
ColdNIcee off the wall. He's trying to center the ball well. As we've seen from a lot of these goals, they're doing really well in dominating the center and sort of just like lurking there for a centered ball.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, it's feeling out not only your own teammates, but the opposing team. And here we sit, deadlocked, 1-1 for the past 3 minutes of this encounter.
We are in the final minute now, deadlocked 1-1. We're approaching really crunch time here as we are approaching the end of game 2. A win here could really shift the momentum of the entire matchup as a whole.
Dolly and Trio having a little bit of a scuffle right in front of the net. We're going to see a dart almost hit the net off of Trio's wheels, and a demo goes down. A solid play by Stin and Trio, unable to get it to go, but we'll see ColdNIcee bring up the back here. A lot of sustained pressure in the O-zone for the Chippewas. UncleSTN not the hit that he wanted to get.
Seeing here, the last 13 seconds, this final last second area.
Oh! Stin almost had it. Trio goes for it. 6 seconds left. 5. ColdNIcee with the whiff. They just trying to keep it down, get the overtime going, and here we go. Like I said, Lincoln, it only takes one game to kind of feel out the opponents. Icey with the beautiful flick recovery.
Yes, it's seeming to be very true, as that first game was very dominant, but this game is truly back and forth.
Another clutch save from the Chippewas as Dolly's going to get the pass back. Doesn't get it where he wants it to go. ColdNIcee and Stin on the passing play. Trio to recollect. Doesn't get it to go. He is boostless. The Chippewas team needs to get themselves recovered. Tag off the flip reset. Doesn't get it to go. ColdNIcee's there. The dunk for the Chippewas. Trying to put it mid, and that one goes far left.
Near the boost in the corner, UncleSTN runs out of boost at just the wrong moment. Tries to center once again, but sets up for a counterattack.
CMU is pressuring with 0 boost. That is something they struggled with the first game. Got scored on twice because of it. And they almost get one here in overtime. And they do. ColdNIcee off the rebound. He'll pick up 2 in the game. The only one to score in game 2 for the Chippewas. And he finishes clutch in overtime. Mid-left goal off the back post.
It was a very nice team goal to end the game. Really, everybody was involved, from Trio in the very back, all the way to the tap by UncleSTN, all the way into that beautiful finish there by ColdNIcee to really clutch out this game. Looks like almost a flipped scoreboard from last game, with ColdNIcee on top, with Trio in the middle, and UncleSTN on the bottom this time.
UncleSTN, the only one staying consistent there, and Trio is going to look to move back up to his top spot out there. I know they like to compete a little bit with who gets it, but as long as they win, that is what matters.
Here we go, going into game 3 in this series. Trio with the demo off early. We're seeing if the momentum here can shift a lot to force a change from Oakland University.
We're going to be seeing a lot more team play here as Trio is going to get one to go. ColdNIcee lets them have it, could have stole it. And the Chippewas, their first game where they strike first blood.
I think we really saw an overinvestment, maybe an overemphasis from the Oakland trying to really get back into this game. And obviously it cost them here with a very early goal, just almost 20 seconds, about 20 seconds into this game. So we're going to see if CMU can keep that trend going and try to continue to punish this high press gameplay out of Oakland.
We're going to see the Chippewas and the Golden Grizzlies in a back and forth play style here. That's usually how it goes for the first couple minutes of every single Rocket League match at this high level. Trio with a clutch back post save there. Dolly with the crazy pinch off the wall, flicked by ColdNIcee. Teg is there to save it though. And the Chippewas, with their sustained pressure, have 3 up. Trio running back to fix himself. Icy misses. Stin looking for it and doesn't get it. Dolly with the exact same play as earlier, goes up for the aerial, fakes it. And UncleSTN thought that they were going to go with the flip reset there. And it was just a complete fake out. Nothing you can really do in that scenario when it's a one-on-one.
Seems like a very, seems like almost like his signature move. Oh, a very
ColdNIcee off the kickoff, and that was a good play from the Chippewas. You'll see here, ColdNIcee gets the finishing kickoff. Trio, the demo, and the nice little tap over the Golden Grizzlies. Dolly with no boost is unable to finish the save.
That is exactly how you want to do it with the nice trio. It's clear that they've practiced it. It's clear that they've done it. It works there, and they get a very nice goal out of it in this stage.
Picture perfect kickoff to put it 2-1, and they somehow keep it out of the net. The ball was halfway there.
We're gonna see maybe a counterattack out of the Oakland University.
ColdNIcee collects the boost, tries to go up wall, and he'll get demoed.
Just enough boost.
Mid-passing play, and Chris Knocht puts that one home for the Golden Grizzlies. 2-2, 3:13 left, and we've got ourselves a game.
Trio, unfortunately, just didn't quite have enough boost in the middle there to really be able to stop that shot or be able to really see the guy behind him, unfortunately. So another attempt on that previous kickoff with the demo to pull off a little bit early there.
A little bit more pressure than the first couple games coming from the Chippewas in the offensive zone, and that's what you like to see. Even though they have gotten scored on a couple times, they're getting them right back. Trio playing a little dipsy doodle on Dolly over there as they try to get the double tap. Doesn't get it to go, and Trio will send that one all the way down to midfield as it gets collected by both teams back and forth. Icy takes that one down.
It's coming back now. This game's been played a lot more in the midfield than the other ones have. The other ones have been played a lot more in the corner. Now, as I'm saying that, we're seeing some possession being played down in the Chippewas end. Seeing here as Dolly's just going around for taking a second, get that corner boost, set himself up for the next play. But yeah, this game's been played a lot more in the midfield. We've seen a lot more attempts, perhaps at aerial movement. However, it's been less efficient, something similar to that in the way that they can do it. So we're gonna see who can really win the air here and dominate the rest of this game.
Just under 2 minutes left to go as we're seeing a lot more bump plays coming out of CMU. Getting a little more physical and working together as a team to try to set each other up for the best possible opportunity. They know they can't win off the strategic play style, so they're gonna have to go to getting the goals where they can here. Oh, a miss from Tag. That could have put them up, and that could have been the game winner. They don't get that one to go. A light tap up the left fender of Dolly, and it'll go all the way down to the Chippewas, and ColdNIcee back in the net. He'll put one home. He's got 2 in this one.
Truly.
Now, I don't think that they expected that one to miss completely, but a breakdown from the Golden Grizzlies.
I think they saw. I don't think they saw the. He was coming in very quickly. I don't think they saw UncleSTN moving through it all. I think they expected a Golden Grizzly to be there to deflect it, and they just another miscommunication on their part, and once again a very nice goal from CMU off on a mistake from. We got a.
I think they expected ColdNIcee to not have another flip there, but he will. Wasn't pretty, but it'll hit home and give the Chippewas the lead. As Trio will throw that one to the midfield. No one there to finish the job. Dolly will flick up. Again, no one there for the Grizzlies. A lot of solid passing attempts and shot opportunities, yet the bumping and physical play style now from both teams, as Oakland is forced to adapt, isn't allowing them to finish the job.
We're seeing a little bit of high play here from CMU, trying to sustain the pressure in the other end, maybe get another goal, but mostly just try to kill off the game here.
Trying to finish it home. 3 seconds left. Icy almost had another one there. CMU takes game 3, and they have a 2-1 series lead. CMU finishes it off, sending Oakland home with the loss. We're going to recap here in just a minute.
I think the game was very close, just as it was sort of expected to be. It was very nice play on either side, very even. However, I think we saw that main momentum shift after the second game, where they really were able to take control and sort of shift the momentum into playing their game instead of having to play the Oakland.
A lot more cheeky goals than they would have liked. Got to hone in that teamwork, and they will do much better come next game.
Yes, we are hoping that they will hopefully get a 3-0. I haven't been here for
100%. And definitely within their reach. We'll be back in just a minute with the post-game interview and breaking down all 3 games as your Chippewas. Final score, 2-1, take the series, and Oakland goes packing home. We apologize, their stream is not over just yet. Got a few more games of action for you as Dolly will put that one in for the Grizzlies. Usually it is best of 3. Last year it was that way, unfortunately. All right.
So here we go into game 4. We are seeing quite an interesting game play out, as it is already 2-0 to the Oakland favor.
And this is exactly what we saw the first game in their 4-1 loss, is those 2 couple goals within the first 30 seconds to a minute from the Golden Grizzlies.
2-0 is a very comebackable score, though. You could see they get 1 goal, they get the momentum back, and then 2-3 is very possible.
It is known as the worst lead to have. So we'll see if CMU can stay true to the name. as UncleSTN is going to put that one mid for ColdNIcee. Tries to get the redirect there, doesn't get it to go with ChrisKnox, picks up the save. Trio on the back four.
Gonna counterattack here, possibly. Good come back for him. Open.
ChrisKnox playing backboard on the Chippewas end. Doesn't get that one to go as Teg will throw it right back up where he once was. Not there to finish the job. Dolly the only one with full boost for the Golden Grizzlies. Trying to get a play going.
Off the backboard, UncleSTN trying to make something happen.
Had a collection of the ball there, didn't get it to go. Ran out of boost as Teg is going to be in the same position. Trio back up. Goes for the exact same play as the Golden Grizzlies tried to do. It's a fake aerial, doesn't get it to go. Golden Grizzlies know just too well how to contradict that.
I had to deal with it with practice 1,000 times. They get used to it when it happens, when the same trick happens a few times. Seeing the physicality has been attempted here from CMU, however, they've been dodging it with these little jumps. They've been trying to read the CMU movement and really be able to block and deflect from what they got in trouble with last game, which was getting hyper fixated on that contact that they were having such big issues with last game.
ColdNIcee is going to send that one down the length of the field. Recollects as Dolly is going to be on that one.
On the far side, he has almost full boost here. Maybe he'll be able to make something happen.
Tag now tries. No play mid for the Golden Grizzlies. Trio on knocked. ColdNIcee is going to have to try to get up, and he does.
Dolly misses the secondary. It's off the wall. Trios for an easy collect here. They do press. They put up pressure late there. Might get burned here, but they do have two back there covering up.
UncleSTN couldn't get the save. Not a lot you can do in that scenario as well. They just got simply beat. Trio with the unfortunate pinch, and UncleSTN unable to read that one perfectly. But like I said, there's not a lot you can do in that scenario.
Yes, unfortunately, it was also due to the fact that they couldn't do anything with it. They have had miscommunication.
Oh, it's Trio.
Very nice.
He'll get the pinch right back. An unlucky one goes in his net, and then a lucky one will send that one into the opposing net as they'll close the gap 3-1. Still in favor of the Golden Grizzlies, and yet we sit at another 2-goal lead.
Once again, very, very easy. Not very easy. Very
What a
possible to
play
come back.
from
Very
UncleSTN.
A very nice block there.
And that was picture perfect kickoff for the Chippewas. Does the fake aerial, goes for the bump, but there's not a lot you can do with ColdNIcee.
Once again,
Puts it off the rebound, and
another
he
very-
is the rebound master today.
seems to be an expert. Coming out of the backfield is really his forte. He's able to come out of the backfield, get one touch, two touch maybe off the backboard, and get a really nice goal there. Once again, I think that's his third or fourth of the night. Hoping
I think that actually might be his fifth.
fifth of the night. Really hoping to cap off this comeback with a goal like that.
Closes it within one. ColdNIcee with the dunk. And knocked. Isn't unable. And they are able to put it in the back of the net. 3-3 as they'll tie it back up. Living true to the 2-goal lead. As they'll come all the way back in just a bad play from the Oakland Golden Grizzlies.
Yes, this game is very even going into the last minute. Could go either way. I like to say that CMU's got a lot of the pressure, a lot of the momentum coming through here. As
Trio will miss the dart there.
Momentum proves to be a large part of many of these kind of contests, and it appears that they still have it.
And two saves coming from the Chippewas there. Keeping it deadlocked at 3-3. A redirect from UncleSTN. Will it go in? No, it does not. Saved by Dolly. And the Chippewas look to keep it going here. They've got the momentum.
Got the momentum, unfortunately. They did have to reposition there in order to get the boost back. ColdNIcee with a save off the top. Trio was able to break pressure very effectively here, knocking it off for possibly another run out of the backfield. ColdNIcee with a very nice shot there.
Such a good pass from Trio, such a good finish attempt from ColdNIcee, and unable to get that one in. Dolly's going to have plenty of boost here, plenty of control, as they'll put it all the way down. Trio is just going to pop it up, keep it down on the Chippewa end. No time left on the clock. Trio pops it up. And it will not hit the ground just yet. Dolly will throw it down as they're getting a little nervous as it stayed in their end for the entirety of the 0-second period.
Incredibly neutral kickoff here to Trio with a very nice demo there on Dolly as he's trying to take him out of the game. He has proven to be a problem for them, and he figured to take him out of the game. There's not much he can do if he's them already dealing with high pressure the entire time.
A few missed positions from the Chippewas, but no matter. They remain in overtime. Struggling with boost now. As that is one of the things the Chippewas have been doing tremendously. Unfortunately, Dolly's going to put that one in, finish it off for the Golden Grizzlies, and take that one in overtime.
Back-to-back overtime games are not something we see terribly often. It's very interesting. Any major thoughts on the matchup so far?
Well, I think what happened there was another miscommunication from the Chippewas. They had 2 up, 1 back, and they just weren't able to close it out there. The person that was back was sitting at 0 boost, and when it's a 1-on-2 and you're sitting no boost, 99% of the time you're not going to win that.
Yeah, it would have required a mistake of some sort in order to really scrape that one back. Not much you can do about that. But we are entering here in Game 6 of this contest. Off the roof. Looking for another chaotic opening here, as many Rocket League games are. We're going to see if the strategies begin to change. Now, they've had a couple games to really get each other's strategies, really figure out what they're trying to do. We're going to see if the strategy changes in order for either of these teams.
We're seeing Trio with their strategic little bumps and demos throughout the game, and they are really setting his team up for success. Just bumping them enough, not to where it's annoying, but to where they're not able to get the position that they need to get the angle off for the pass or the shot they're looking to get. And it's saved them a number of times.
Yeah, if they can't get that position they need, it's really very hard to make anything happen, especially at this high a level where everything's so precise and every movement has cause and effect that's sometimes unforgivable.
Trio will go up for this one. Put it off the backboard, try to go for a second touch, doesn't get it. Dolly's going to have an opportunity here, and demos UncleSTN.
Very good save there to keep it out of proximity from the goal.
A boostless Chippewa team stays on defense. Dolly in the corner now. Stin pops it out right. A block from ColdNIcee on that one. As Trio.
A defensive game here because they're having, because of the boost issues they've been having, especially in the backfield. Perhaps a strategy change from the Grizzlies to try to control boost more, get a greater focus on the area, greater focus on the air, using the extra boost they attain. Trio with an important demo in the very middle.
Well, we're seeing a much more even game until ColdNIcee comes in off the rebound from UncleSTN's corner bounce. Just sets them up a little nice. ColdNIcee didn't actually expect that one to get by. You can see him tilt his car all the way to the right, slowing himself down with as much momentum as he had. And he will pick up his 6th, I believe, on the night. And he has been a great finisher for the Chippewas. Trio and UncleSTN setting up their teams with the passes. And ColdNIcee makes no mistake in putting that one home, as UncleSTN will pick up his 3rd of the night, I believe. Just as I'm saying this, the Chippewas pick up yet another goal, 2-0, 2:48 here to go.
Seemed like an overcommitment there from the Golden Grizzlies as they overinvested in that kickoff. Really, they tried to rotate back to get the boost. The rotation back took longer than expected and allowed for quite a nice team goal there from Chippewas.
Trio playing that a little faster as he needed to get that one out of his own end. And the Chippewas are going to go back on the offensive zone. UncleSTN with a great redirect doesn't end up putting that one home. Trio has honestly played more defense than I've seen him play offense. Especially with the bumps recently, yeah.
Then he's been in more of a striker role for these last couple of games. They're moving about farther and farther back with the finishing we've seen out of ColdNIcee and UncleSTN with his the air control.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and that's exactly the strategy the Chippewas are adapting to. Trio has been playing more and more defensively. As we see him go for the bump there, he'll try to set up his teammate. Doesn't end up getting it. UncleSTN, he'll go up now.
Very crucial intervention there by Dolly. Trio gets that boost in the corner, really saving it for a counterattack. Seeing here as they're moving forward, they might have a man in the middle. If they do, Trio's there to intervene just in the right moment.
And realistically, this game anyways, there's nothing wrong with the Golden Grizzlies gameplay. They're setting up right, they're getting good opportunities as they'll put one home. It's just simply that Chippewas are outplaying them in most of the aspects. I start that statement and then Chris Knocht will pick up his first for him and the team on this game. 2-1, 1:20 left to go. Can the Chippewas close this game out?
We're going to see it's been a very even showing. I think they're trying, I would assume they're trying to kill the momentum here that they just generated from that last goal.
Chris Knocht might have another one here. Goes for the double tap. ColdNIcee collects it off the backboard, saving his team from a dangerous position. Deadlocked at 2.
It's that forward is UncleSTN looking for the counterattack. Does not get it though. They're looking trying to collect a little bit more, I think, out of Golden Grizzlies and have a more meticulous attack that they've seen with their team goals have seemed to be the most effective thing. They haven't had a lot of success going one-on-one since that first game, especially out of anybody but really Dolly.
We're seeing a lot of team plays now from the Chippewas. We just saw a great clear off a couple back and forth passes. Chris Knox had an opportunity there, whiffs on the redirect, doesn't get that to go. The Trio and UncleSTN pushing up now. The Chippewas have 5 seconds till they close this game out. UncleSTN on the wall with 0 boost, gets demoed, tag, takes it, Trio takes it out of him, and again, the strategic bumps. There's ColdNIcee to finish another bump, and CMU takes that one 2-1. Keeps it out of overtime.
A very, very impressive win there from the CMU Chippewas. Any overall comments related to the end of that?
I think that, like I said throughout the rest of the game, it was simply just a great performance from Trio on the bump standpoint. Like, usually those aren't favorable in Rocket League, but I mean, you do what you got to do, and he got the job finished.
Yeah, it's a very scrappy game, but a very effective game, especially at a Trio. We saw it a lot out of we saw it a ton from many of the members of the CMU team. I think they're going to hope to continue that next week and really move to extend their winning streak.
Well, we'll be back right after this short break with the preview and the coaches, or excuse me, not the coaches interview, the players interview post-game. We'll be right back.
bucket hat.
Welcome back inside the Student Activities Center here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. My name is Parker Morrison alongside UncleSTN, otherwise known as Ryan Miller, here around campus. One of the players that you saw absolutely cracked out of his mind today, played phenomenal. What's it like just joining the team this season and kind of getting acclimated with the other guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. The guys are great. We have a lot of fun, and I think that's one of the reasons why we're being successful. We're going to be successful as, like, the semester goes on and the year goes on.
Yeah, awesome. Well, last question for you before we let you guys go. We saw a trio kind of take a little bit more of a bump roll today, and it really helped you guys out, and you were able to get a lot of rebound finishes. What was kind of the thought process going through your guys' head when you guys were down for a couple of those games?
I mean, Oakland's a really good team. They're really fast, and we just found a way to, like, neutralize that by just matching that speed, being aggressive. And so whoever was up, we were like, just stay up and be aggressive, and then whoever was back was just sitting back, and it just worked out. We're all pretty selfless players, so I think we gelled really well.
There you go. Well, that was Ryan Miller, otherwise known as UncleSTN. Thank you for joining us today. Congratulations on the win, and we will see you guys for the next game. For me, Parker Morrison, my co-caster, Lincoln Dodds, this is Central Michigan Esports. We'll see you guys next time.